we are looking at electrical conductors and electrical insulators. And in order to do our experiment, we need to create a little simple battery circuit. In order to make the battery circuit, we are going to use a 2-watt bulb, a nice big battery, and this one is D. We are going to use 2 copper wires with the wires exposed. Okay. First of all, what you need to do is you need to get your battery, and then you need to get one of the copper wires with the wires exposed. You need to put it over the top of the battery. Now, I think it's easier if you place it down, and then you just get a piece of tape and you place it over the wires and stick it down nice and firmly. Turn the battery around. Get your other piece of copper wire, place it on the other end of the battery, and then with another piece of tape, stick it down nice and firmly. Make sure the wires are in the middle of the battery ends. Okay, so that's nice and stuck. And then put the battery on its side and get your little lamp. You need to make sure that this metal area of the lamp is touching the copper wire. Now, this might be a bit tricky if you're doing this alone, so you might need someone's help, as I'm finding it a bit tricky. Then you get the other end of the wire and simply touch the bottom. Switch the light. Yes, now the light's off. Can you see? If I take it away, it goes off. If I touch it again, the bulb goes on. I'd say that's nice and bright. So remember, in order to do this electrical circuit, we used a copper wire. So what we are going to do now, we are going to test the battery and the electrical circuit with a paper clip. Okay, so you do it exactly the same way. I've opened up the paper clip as far as it will go. Now remember, paper clips are made out of, well, the metal ones are made out of galvanized steel. Okay, so what I've done is wrapped the copper wire around the paper clip. Let me show you again on the other side. So you just take the paper clip and you wrap it around and you make sure that it's touching the paper clip nicely. That's nice and firm. The wires are holding the paper clips. So we get our light bulb. Okay, once again, it's a bit tricky when you're on your own, but you can do it. And you need to touch the bottom of the light bulb as well as the side of the light bulb. Okay, it might be better if you actually hold it. And let's see. It lights it up, so, and we'll see which is brighter. Okay, so now the light is off, the bulb is on. So what was brighter? Was the copper wire brighter, or was the paper clip brighter? Okay. Now I've got a packet of steel nails. Let's have a look and see if they can light the light bulb. The nails up with the copper wire in the same way I wrapped the paper clip. And then once again, remember guys, always get mum or dad or a responsible adult to help you, because you don't want to hurt yourself. So you put the nail on the side and the other nail on the bottom, right? So the metal nails, it makes the bulb shine. How bright is that? Okay. 1 second, have a good look. You need to make sure that the connection is firm, because as you can see, I've got wobbly hands and it's making the light flicker. So there we have it, metal nails. Now I've taken a roll of tinfoil and I've folded up some tinfoil into strips, and we are going to do exactly the same thing as we did with the copper wire, the paper clips, and now the nails and with the tinfoil. So I wonder if tinfoil is going to work. It is a metal. Theoretically, it should light our bulb. So you've got these ends sticking out at the end of the tinfoil after you've wrapped it with the copper wire. Make it pointy so it's easier for you to work with, but it doesn't have to be pointy. Again, you take your little bulb and you put the tinfoil on the bulb, and then you take the other end of the tinfoil and you place it, and it does light the bulb. And as you can see, it does make some light. I don't know if it's as bright as the other three, but there we go. Remember, keep it firm so that it doesn't flicker. There we go. So that was with tinfoil. So far we have tested various different types of metals, and we know that metals are electrical conductors. What would happen a piece of paper, and in this case I'm using a paper straw. So we are going to cut the paper straw in half, okay, and we are going to do exactly the same thing we did with all the others, and we are going to wrap the copper wire around the straw. Make sure it's nice and firm so that it holds the straw. And then you do the same thing with the other one. Okay, nice and strong. Now, this is paper. What do you think is going to happen with paper? Let's have a look and see. So we're going to touch the paper on the bulb, and we're going to touch the paper under the bulb. Nothing happens. Okay, so let's try it this way. The copper wire is wrapped around paper, so we're going to put the bulb on the copper wire, and we're going to place the other copper wire underneath. Has it lit the bulb? It has. Now, just a little piece of advice. If you cannot find a tiny bulb like this one, because what I did was I bought a big bulb, and the big bulb, this one here, you will see is 40 watts, and I found that my battery wasn't powerful enough to light that bulb. So I went on a little bit of a hunt around my house, and what I did find was a torch, and I opened up the torch and I took the battery out, and I found this 2-watt little bulb, and it was perfect for the experiment. So if your mum and dad don't mind you taking apart a torch in order to light your bulb for the experiment, then that would be the best bulb to use. Remember, don't spend money on materials. use what you have at home. All right then, thanks guys, bye.